Okay.
Um,
So let me think of this question to ask.
no.
So does it have to
I
be?
asked the
you're being
questions.
answered.
You're gonna ask the question. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get a day off.
No.
Okay, what's the question?
Next,
God
you
damn
never
it.
get a day off.
I got reeled into this shit, and it's not even. I thought I was gonna be the one asking the questions here. Shit, I thought I was gonna be the one that had the light. Okay, fine. What is it? What's your question?
Have fun, man. So I'm gonna whack on smooth POV, so then I can hopefully just dump these for now or not. Okay.
Or not.
Or not. This is not working. I can't get rid of
Boy, you
it.
don't even know how to control the cameras. Sad.
I know.
Disappointing.
There we go. Hang on. I can do
What
this.
kind of show
I
is
c-
this?
I
What
c-
kind of
I-
setup is you got going
can
on
do
here?
this. It's not working.
Chill,
though.
man. Just enjoy the show.
Questions.
As I run away off the set.
Legitimately, you can't actually move this. Oh, there you go.
Oh wait, Heaven's in the chat. Hey, nice to hear from you, Heaven. Are you enjoying Patty? Wait, Heaven, are you in? Wait, Heaven, are you in Paris or would you? I mean, you're in France. I know you're in France, but probably not Paris. Wait, yeah, Paris is just a city of France, right? Hi, Heaven.
Whoa! Someone just joined.
So yeah, what's my question, Bobotron?
Okay. Let me
Hold on.
deselect everything, and then we can
You
start.
need to mute yourself.
Does it good? I'm glad that you're a professional interviewer.
I'm profesh. I'll have you know.
Profe-
Let me not mute you though. That'll be a good start.
Cool.
Um,
Good idea.
okay. Next, okay. I want to know your history and experiences in VR. Take me back to when you first was looking into getting a VR headset.
What is that? I thought
I want to know your
that's
story,
my
man.
life story.
I want to know your
stuff.
story.
What is this? Documentary of Nex? No.
This is
Thought this was
diving
gonna be-
deep into your past.
I would prefer maybe I don't know, a question that's more vague, like around all of, not that far deep,
What? What made you interested in VR? It's not that deep.
Okay, I can actually answer that. I would say. Why are you laughing? What?
I've muted him. I can't hear him. Come on.
I see why he's laughing. Okay. So I would say the main reason, I guess it's from even like when I was thinking like thoughts like when I guess like I was like a little kid, right? Because sometimes you like imagine stuff inside of your head, and you would kind of like I guess like pretend or do things or do something that you would think that would be normally like impossible, imagining wise. But then now with VR, you can actually make those things that you would imagine real. And I always like loved the idea of that. I thought that was like amazing that we would have this technology now of like what I thought of like when I was young, that of what I was imagining, but now we can actually have that out in a virtual space. So that's why I think I'm so into VR, is because it kind of connects me back to imagining or imagination or just in general just that. So that's why I'm so for it. And I find it funny because people are like talking about I'm sure the whole VR community was going into a buzz because there was those colliding posts from Forbes where they were talking about VR is dying, and that guy was saying like shut the fuck up about VR is dying because makes no goddamn sense. Because it's like that's basically like saying like a hobby or a and I understood what he was writing through post.
And then Paul Malecki also posted a Twitter post just basically saying that like that guy who wrote that VR is dying article should be quite ashamed of himself, because the amount of research that he put into it was just not so good. Like he completely downplayed VR the whole time.
Well, yeah, exactly, and you could tell right away this isn't somebody who is like a VR enthusiast, somebody who's using it. And in the stance from where it's at, yes, VR is a very niche thing, but that doesn't mean that it's dying. It just means that only a few of like it doesn't have to become full on mainstream in order for it to be successful as a business. It's the same thing of like where I'm sure people who get into like customizing like shoes or something like that, right? It's like sure, it's not like a main thing of like, but there's a demand for it though still. And it's not that it would be a thing that is like a form of creativity, and that I don't think that dies. And I think VR for sure absolutely isn't something. It's a new advent of internet technology, and it
Yeah.
allows us to connect to each other and play awesome or experience awesome stuff in a different way than a mouse and keyboard experience. Obviously, it's not gonna be the same as that, and it's not supposed to be the same as that. It's supposed to be like even what it is right now. I feel like I'm in a room. I feel like I'm talking across with somebody, but I'm just
Yeah.
wearing a VR headset.
And like I think the whole
Yeah.
idea of like things able to die, like say platforms, games, whatever. I think that's quite short-sighted because something can never really die as long as there's passion in there. Like there's always room
Yeah.
for it to grow later. It's literally impossible for anything just to straight up die unless everyone's like,
well,
we're over
that's
this
why
now.
that's why I liked that kind of like back and forth with those posts, because now it's like kind of like hopefully is gonna seal like the nail in the coffin into people to again just stop saying that stupid shit, because it's like there's so many people who are driven and also who have it as their whole entire job of doing out. For me, again, I'm just wanting to see it reach its fullest potential, and we're not even close to where I know that we're gonna get to. So,
Yeah.
but for me, yeah, absolutely. The thing that continues me out to want to do this sort of stuff is because it's not like making a video or anything like that. These are going to be actual, real experiences that people have just in a virtual space. It's not like watching a video or something like that. You can actually have real connections and real, personalities that you can connect to in a virtual space, and that to me is like so amazing that we can have it in that way. I would always also, when I was young, always would like to go on like team chat or Ventrilo or
Yeah.
Skype or
Mhm.
any way that I could connect other people around the world. But this way, it's like I can
Yeah,
actually
like I'm speaking
see
to you.
in
I'm
the way
speaking
that
to
you
an
want to be
actual
presented.
person.
You can see me in the way that I want myself to be presented in this way right now, and it's like, and Heaven saying like VR is cool because what we can't do in real life can be possible in VR. Exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
has your outlook on life changed, like because of VR? Like, do you like perceive certain things differently because of VR?
I would say, considering the amount that I've used it now, yes, because I'd say that I don't get as nervous in situations anymore. I'd say
Mhm.
that for sure. Like if I was going out in public, it would feel, I don't know if this sounds weird is, but when I interact with people, I almost feel like, or nowadays I haven't done that in a while, but when I was interacting out and, talking
Yeah.
with people, I would feel kind of like as comfortable as to talking with them as a VR person or a VR character. Like, so for me, I would say that it was a big help in that regard to just
Yeah.
being able to like, socialize in a different way and feel more comfortable with talking to people face to face, not feeling like,
Yeah,
oh, this
like
person's gonna judge me,
yeah,
or I'm gonna be like, whatever.
exactly. Yeah. And any memories you want to share about VR? And then you can ask as many questions to me as you want.
A memory from VR. There's lots of memories. That's the thing that's crazy about VR is they don't feel like you just like watched or experienced something or like watched a video. It's like you feel like you experienced them.
Mhm.
I could recollect, I guess, one memory. Is it like a memory of like inside Neos or?
Oh, anywhere. I mean, if you want to give a
Sorry,
memory in years, then go ahead. Yeah.
Um, I remember when I first joined out inside of here with Frox, and there was a whole bunch of like universe pictures being splattered around all over the place, and he was drawing out with a tool, and he was wearing this drawed out character that he made. I remember just being like, the first time seeing that, it felt like I was in like a whirlwind of like a galaxy. It was funny.
That's
one
cool.
memory.
That's really neat.
Uh,
No, me personally, I love photos. People who just take photos and then put them up. Like you can always,
I'll do
like,
it now.
it's like I take a snippet of someone's past, and I think it's really cool. It's like,
Oh yes, here, picture time.
oh, can I grab
Wait,
it? Yeah.
wait.
Oh. Come, we can do this. I think. Does it work? Oh, it does.
Yeah, you
Look
got
at that.
Yeah, haven't seen this camera before?
Yeah, I saw it, but I used the old version, which didn't have the grab click.
Uh-huh. But
Uh-oh.
if I'm
I
gonna,
think I was a bit
if I'm,
off.
if now I get to ask a question, maybe I should ask just like the same thing what would you say is your reasoning behind sticking forth with VR or wanting it to continue other than just the fact of, obviously we believe in it for many reasons, but,
Yeah.
what would be your reason?
I personally believe that like it's always a good thing for someone to be able to get out of like a rough situation that they're in. Say they're struggling and like life's hard. I mean, life's shit. Let's be honest. And
To a regard, yes. I mean,
yeah,
for a lot of people, it is. A
yeah,
lot of
and
people in the world, it is.
for
And being able to like disassociate, like disassociation with VR is a very powerful thing because again, you're like basically putting on like this eye cover that teleports you into a different place or a different
exactly,
environment. So obviously, you're gonna have a deep sense of disassociation with the outside world,
hmm,
and that can be therapeutic
yeah.
sometimes.
I mean, it's kind of like an escape. So if people want to escape their reality, they go into a virtual one where everyone is chilled, everyone's happy, everyone's just chatting, having a good time. I mean, I would
For the most
rather
part.
do that than be like, oh, what is the word? When you're unhappy with your situation and you like move in and you're like, cool, this place is cool, and you enjoy yourself.
It's also very good for people who are dealing with like very small environments, and if they got a VR headset, and it would feel better for their environment because it would just be like a mental thing. Even if you're in a confined space, but you feel like visually that you are in an environment that's open, it can make even people who are claustrophobic feel comfortable in a space when it's in VR, which is so crazy to think about. But it's like,
Yeah.
immersing yourself out in those environments can relax you just in the same way as like when you put on like your favorite music and you're like immersing yourself in the music and close your eyes, you can do the same way with that technology. Now we're just doing it for
It's
our
also just another escape
vision.
for people with disabilities who can't do certain things in real life because of something that's happened to them. Like how you said when you were a kid, you wanted to do things, do the impossible that you said. Um, and for those
Yeah.
people to be able to get into VR and suddenly be able to walk around, jump, like drive cars and whatever, I mean that is just opening up their world to a broader picture. So I think that is where VR is really needed and appreciated.
Absolutely. The amount of things that can be done out with the amount of progress collaboratively already that we have
Mhm.
in something like this is why I'm full forth in believing that something like a software like Neos is going to really
Hell
make it
yeah.
out so that people really can do what they imagine.
And
And we're not confined by the constraints of like physical material or even gravity. We're just able to be like it's like a 3D canvas that you can just
yeah,
go to town on
Neos
and
is
just be able
versatile.
to express yourself.
It can be what you want it to be. You want to put a jetpack on your back, you can code it, put it in, make the jetpack in Blender, whatever. You can even make a makeshift one out of primitives if you really want, and just slap it together. Now you have a jetpack in VR. I mean, there's
Yeah,
no,
the amount of times I've seen people even come inside of here and they don't know how to do stuff, and the fact that the community is able to help
yeah,
them along, like that is another awesome thing about it. And going forward with all this stuff, I think that there's, just so much even more potential than what we're experiencing right now. But even the fact that we can, do this and have, these sorts of like, experiences right now is amazing. It's amazing because it would suck if like I didn't have it now. It's like the fact that I have it, it would be like horrible if I was just like, oh, yeah, my internet's out now. I'm just like in my room. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, it's
It's
kind of
like
like
it's therapeutic.
quarantine.
It's exactly. It's very therapeutic for the mind to be able to still socialize, but not feel like you are, having to physically be there. VR is like the perfect thing for that.
Yeah,
It's absolutely 100% for as long as you're still comfortable with it. And I think more individual people will get comfortable with it to where it's not like a game platform. Because again, if we figure out the whole finger tracking stuff and make it to where, my grandma, I could put her in the headset and she could just use her hands to pick up virtual objects, that would feel so much more natural than me saying, oh yeah, press this button or use
yeah.
this or
Like
use
for
that.
me,
So
I'm usually surfing or riding my bike. Um, and because of quarantine, me being stuck in my room, like I'm not used to this, like being confined to my house. That's not me. It's not who I am. But being able to jump into VR and then suddenly be in a forest, be on the beach, be wherever I need to be, like, is just super calming and super.
Yeah,
It's
and even if you
nice.
don't want it, it could be anything you want
Yeah,
to be. Again, sometimes
literally.
people want to be scared off their ass and make like a horror map.
Yeah, I mean, I was in
Not my not my choice.
Zane and I think Zane Jax and who else made that horror map in Neos.
Yeah, there's that one, as well as Inverx imported
I
also
got
that
s- I got-
hospital version that looks freaking creepy as all heck.
Man,
But
I
yeah,
dropped
for
dead.
me, I don't like scary experience.
Yeah,
For me, I'd
neither
much
me.
rather have more calming and just relax and not like jolting me. Heaven says, don't know if
Likewise.
I can give the reason of why I started VR. Just scared to be judged. Well, don't have to worry about being judged here, Heaven. Especially with me. I mean, people judge me all the time because of just even like my character or what, or if I said something or what. But you know, sometimes you have to realize that even though if other people judge you, that's not a bad thing. Like
Yeah.
you have to realize that you have yourself as a person. You know, you are who you are and you can't change it and you can't change for other people and you
Yeah,
just
there's two ways you can
gotta
take
be
criticism. You can take it
but
negatively or positively, or try to turn something
yeah
negative into a positive.
yeah
But
and
it
I'll
is,
always I try to keep myself in my mind feeling just like you know
yeah,
like
not
it's
good.
not going to bother me. I want to focus on more, there's more stuff I can focus on.
Yeah,
And but I
that's
can understand when stress and anxiety can like get you down into a funk that just doesn't feel right. And you know,
yeah.
just know that everyone can get into that state of mind, but just realize that you have to be very strong and just get past it. And I'm glad that I got past it from the time of you know me finding out about this whole virtual and actually like coming to, because it definitely relieved out a bunch
For sure.
of
Likewise,
stress.
man. Yeah, I was under heavy stress, and then also I kind of stumbled upon VR, and then I was like, wow, okay. And then coming into VR, chatting to people, everyone's so cool and chilled and helpful and friendly, and it's just like it just
Yeah.
takes a load off your chest, and you're like, you can just woosa in yours.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I know what you mean, Heaven. I would probably say I was in the same boat. So, yeah, I completely understand.
Um, I don't know if
But
I got the reason why I
I
started VR. Sorry, I'm just reading. Apologize. You can
oh
continue.
yeah, you're fine. I was just gonna say I'm actually gonna have to set up for my stream in about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna have to like set up inside the world. But I just want you to know this stream is also very amazing. I love everyone here on this one as well.
Thank you, Next, dude. I love
I
you
love
too,
you.
man.
And I like that we're getting even more motivated and more, you know, talking about this whole VR stuff because
Yeah.
it's pretty exciting. Hopefully I can do it a little bit more seriously though, with like talking inside of one of these things though, and just like kind of like messing around, just chatting.
That's all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We normally have very chilled chatting things about just current events happening in VR. But I just really wanted to sit down and find out and just know everyone else's
You
VR
already know
story.
me. I'll talk until my face is blue about VR topics. But I
Otherwise,
really do have to set up for that.
yeah,
sort of
no,
stuff
oh,
so
all
I'm
good. I just want to
prepared
ask
and
you
ready for this
whether
stuff.
you wanted to ask me any other questions or that's it.
Yes, why are you so cute? I'm just kidding.
Why am I so
I'm
cute?
joking, I'm joking. You
I
have to
don't know,
answer that.
hey?
No, don't answer that.
Okay.
But peace to you, Bobotron. Peace to the
Okay.
stream. Peace to everyone else
Peace,
inside
next.
this room.
See you next.
Yeah, cheers,
you
man.
can catch me on the flip side, you know,
Yeah,
other sides.
yeah. If you
So
guys are
cheers.
watching,
See you guys.
I'll raid you guys over to his stream as soon as this one's done as well. So, and yeah, who wants to come next? Who wants to be put on the chopping block? Heaven,
Hold on,
you
I can
need
chop
to
with the
start
block.
because
You get out of that spot, boy.
yeah, Heaven, dude, I feel you there, man. I really feel you there. I was under quite a bit of stress and quite a bit of depression as well, and then I found VR, and then I found Neos, and then I could build and socialize in. Curious, you didn't have to leave, man. But yeah, no, I wasn't in a good place as well. So then I found VR, and like it just lifted a lot off my chest. Others, get a little comfy there, man, because the chopping block's coming
All right.
soon.
This feels good. No, no. Ah, that's just nice. All right. Nice and cushy. Looks
We're gonna have
good.
to try it
Smart.
You
Yeah.
got this.
I'll-
Do
I'll-
you want
I'll
some
get the
drinks to
kitchen
cool your
knife.
nerves?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's go for that.
Oh,
I'm
you
thirsty.
want some? You want some? Okay. Well, okay, hang on. That can be taken a little bit incorrectly there. Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
bad.
What kind of
Oh,
bloody hole
there we
you're
go.
not
Let's see, get that
serving
guy for me.
drinks
Oh
like
yeah,
you're-
nice. I'm just
I
gonna
know,
import
dude.
it here into my
Okay,
little pine particle.
This is fruit juice. We are not consenting
Ah.
any sort of alcohol beverages on the stream.
All
Says
right,
Douglas,
good.
Quickly takes a
Ah.
flask out and puts them in there.
That's fantastic.
Wait.
That is
Just
fantastic. It's like the
listening.
phantom taste. It's fantastic in this. That's you did a great job
Phantom
cutting it.
Hold on, Bubba. Yeah.
Goes to grab Jaeger.
It's
Yeah,
really helped
dude.
me lowering my inhibitions here, and I'm feeling better about talking after a little bit of this juice. This is nice.
Yeah, the freshly
wait.
squashed
I
pomegranate
got
juice.
it now.
Mm.
I got it.
Mm.
A little something for your
Whoa,
children.
hang on there. He's spiking my drink there. Jeepers, I gotta wash my drinks around here.
You get a little too.
Uh-oh. I keep my hand over it and not the rules. That's where it goes. No.
I just pour it through your hand.
So, curious.
Yeah.
What's your VR story?
You know, mine's kind of interesting. It goes back to when I was about 12 years old. My dad brought home a VHS tape called The Mind's Eye, and it
Oh,
was this virtual reality computer animation tape, and I was so enthusiastic about it that I just had this dream of what it would look like in the future. And then when this headset came out, that was how to get it done. I mean, that's a short version, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, is that what drove your interest for VR?
I think that's what sparked it. That's what, when I was a kid, gave me the idea that this was possible. And then as an adult, what really drove my interest was stereo. As soon as I got into VR the first time, I immediately took the headset off and realized that the only way to properly capture this experience and show it to someone else, it has to be in stereo. So I spent a lot of time developing that, and I think that's been my drive this whole time, is just trying to figure out how to make what my eyes see as accurately and authentically as possible, so I can give it to someone else and let them see through my eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen any of his videos, he makes stereo videos. Now, if you don't know what those are, they are basically VR videos that we can watch, and like all the VR videos on YouTube and etc. He makes those type of videos, and I've seen some of the stuff that he does, and it's absolutely amazing. At the end of the stream,
Thank you.
I'll go check it out and show you guys what he's done. But it's incredible. What you do
Thank you
is
so
really
much.
cool.
I appreciate that.
No, it's all good, man. Like, honestly, people like you, like, we need more people like you creating and innovating in the VR space, because
Thanks.
it's
Thanks.
incredible.
Yeah, and what you're doing now is actually a big. Let's see, what's the question? How your outlook improved with VR? It's really interesting how the social side of things is what I did not expect ever to get out of VR. I thought I was just going to be alone and trying to learn how to develop in this world that I don't understand, because I don't know how to code. And when I got into Neos for the first time and realized that all of these numbers that don't make any sense to me do make sense when they're a visual thing that I can hold and move around and plug
Yeah,
in.
visual coding.
And
It's cool, eh?
yeah. Yeah, it is. And then when you add that to the support that everybody's had here, everybody supporting each other, and no one's like dogging on each other anytime, and we're all helping each other and popping into each other's worlds. That's been
Yeah.
a huge help for me, socially, and just being able to develop this weird avatar and literally see myself growing, and then bringing that back into the real world and trying to kind of embody what the courage that's inside this avatar and embody that in the real world.
Heaven says, have you got a link? I don't have a link. What is your YouTube name?
CuriousVR.com. Excuse me, not .com, .tv. CuriousVR.tv will immediately take you to my YouTube website. It'll just
Cool.
pop over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay. So if you type that in, yeah, that should work. But I'll also link it, and I'll show you guys the videos after the stream, and we can dive into that as well. Um, and what have you learnt? Have you learnt anything, or like what have you
Oh,
done
yeah.
in VR?
Whew. You, Why, that's a big question.
I know it is a big question.
Learning to, I learned the very first day I was here. I had this huge dream about 2 years beforehand that was me inside a bubble that I could put on my head. And I thought it was going to take me years to develop this, and I wouldn't understand how to do it. And the first day I explained it, and two people helped me out. Vigilebo was one of them. He just made this and handed it to me, and I literally had a moment of, okay, this is as far as my imagination has gone. He literally took me as far to my wall, and I realized, wow, I have both an opportunity and a challenge to take that to the next level. And just diving into learning the intricacies of the camera helped me, because that's how I relate to my life. I'm my real life. I'm a video editor. So when I got into this camera and started deconstructing it and realizing how it was assembled, I really started to learn how to think like, I guess a computer a little bit.
Yeah.
And knowing how to organize and make everything efficient, and what's that called? The word for that? Optimized.
Yeah.
Yeah, optimization. That's what I'm learning right now. Big deal learning that optimization.
Okay. Yeah. No, I still need to. I still have a few lengths to go with optimization. I'm definitely no pro in that aspect. There's definitely things that you can do to optimize, and I just haven't really learned that. I've been learning all the steps beforehand, and then I'm gonna start learning optimization with building in this case.
Yeah, that's cool.
Heaven says.
I don't want to discredit too. Oh, go ahead.
So sorry. Heaven says possibilities of creation in Neos is crazy. 100%, man. Like this world was made in
Big head
Neos.
nod,
I was
yes.
just like placing down different blocks and cubes and whatnot, and putting them together, making the walls, the roof, the lights over here. It's super cool. That's what I love about Neos. And I put Neos in a lot of my videos, and I'm pretty sure a few people are going to start claiming that I'm a corporate shill, but it's not that. It's that I genuinely love Neos, and I want to see it grow. It's a platform that I believe everyone should be able to get into and just have fun. He's sparking our drinks again.
Always figuring out. Just wait till we're not looking. Right there.
And
all right. Well, I want to give other people some time too. I don't want to.
Last
drag
question.
all your time.
Any memories you want to share in VR?
You know what? I think the beautiful thing about this is it's constantly making memories. That's another big question.
Mm-hmm.
I do know. I do have an interesting memory. The first time I was in here, I was talking with someone, and they took me into a private room that they'd built. And I realized when I was going through there that this wasn't a video game, that this was actually a home for this person. And they had a history with photos, like you mentioned earlier, moments that they'd taken pictures and set on a shelf. And even physically was grabbing those moments and refer like, oh, okay, that's an old picture. I'm just going to kind of set it over here. And the memory is seeing immediately that human element and realizing, wow, in a lot of ways, human is more more accessible in VR because of body language and everyone's confidence that I can be myself, because not everybody's looking at me in judgment. They're looking at me in a collaborative, artistic kind of way.
Yeah, like the way I look at VR is it's not just a platform. It's not something you just go on and to play. I guess for some people it is, but for me and for a lot of other people, VR is a way of life. For me, I've invested so much time in VR and talking about VR and showcasing VR that at this point it's just become part of my life at this point.
Would you qualify yourself as a VR evangelist?
No, not yet.
No. Okay.
No. I've got
I don't
a long
even know
way.
what that is.
I've got a VR veteran. I'm not that. I mean, I'm here from the CV1 days, but I'm still got quite a long way before I can call myself a veteran. Yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
that's just me. And you? And yourself?
Yeah. I think I'm definitely in the same level. I don't know enough about it yet to really qualify myself as an OG, but at the same time, I know that we're getting in the ground level of this.
Yeah.
That in a way, other people are going to look at us in the future, and I really hope that I can give back in a way. In the same way that you do, honestly, this podcast and that world, hanging out with people and meeting new people, that's a really therapeutic way for me to feel comfortable meeting and starting a conversation with someone that I've never even seen before.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. And like, I think
Yeah.
the orb that you've got there, which is displaying, I'm gonna zoom in quick so you guys can see what's going on. There you go. He's actually
Maybe if I just
moving
keep going.
IRL, and then it's a bit delayed. It's got like a good few seconds of delay, but we are seeing his IRL self moving. It's being streamed into Neos.
Yes, in kind of a stereo weird way.
Yeah.
Everybody likes putting their face in my head, which is I'm starting to get used to that.
Yeah, one thing I couldn't get used to, and I was still a bit like, nah, I wouldn't say still, but used to, when people would come right up to me, I'd be like, whoa, hang on, step back, son, like personal space bubble, because I mean, in real life, you don't really go up to someone's face. I mean, like, that's not really socially
Yeah,
acceptable.
it's a little too intimate. Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven said, VR still disturb me because it feels real when you use it, and my brain is having a hard time understanding what's going on. 100%. When I was first in VR, I went in the Oculus demo. I went up into the Empire State Building and looked down. Like, I could have quite easily had a heart attack, because like, that is high. I am immensely scared of heights. And then all of a sudden you look down and you're like a good couple hundred stories up in the sky, and you're like, whoa. Just take a few steps back.
Do you still get the little the tummy tingles whenever you fall off a building or something?
Sometimes, yeah. Not so much
Yeah.
anymore, because I've kind of gotten used to the whole VR thing of flying around and being in heights, whatever. Which has actually helped me a lot with my fear of heights IRL. But IRL, like, there's still that sense of height. Like, you look down and it's like, it's way further than you may seem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright.
any questions you
cool.
want to ask me, or?
I think I do, except my mind's blank right now. I rather than a question, I'd just like to say I appreciate what you're doing here. I know that it started out young and it was a little bit of developing, and it's starting to gain traction, and I think that's for a great reason, because this is a really cool opportunity, and you're spearheading a way for people to meet each other and really kind of get our name out there a little bit.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Thank
I
you,
really
man.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
All right, I'll
appreciate
give somebody
that.
else in space.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, thanks, Curious VR. Thank you.
Yeah.
At
have
the
a
end of the
good
video,
one.
be sure to check out his stuff, curiousvr.tv. Okay, who's next on the hot seat? You're gonna be next, Max. I think you gotta unmute
Max is
yourself for a
next.
second.
Give me a second.
All good? Take as much time
I
as you
think I'm
need.
too tall for
Get
this.
comfy. Because your ass is gonna be on fire now.
Oh no, fiery ass. I need some drinks. Oh. Hold on. I want to see how I'm sitting right now because I'm not 100%.
You look good.
I feel like I broke myself.
Yeah, what do you guys in the chat think of Max? Is he sitting all right? Does he need to be crossing his legs?
Oh heck no. This ain't kindergarten.
Come on, dude.
Okay, so what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, I need more alcohol than this.
Well, it's been sparked, so it should be good.
No, I put rum.
Oh, rum. Only 15%.
I need something stronger than that, buddy. I need a 40 or 50s.
Yo, here we go. But okay, time to put you on the chopping block. What is your VR history or your history with VR? Like what?
Honestly, my very first time trying out a VR and my history with it is probably going to be that little Nintendo thing that you put in between your legs and put your head in. When
No
I first played
ways.
with that.
Dude, I've never been able to use that. Like the closest thing before actual VR that I got to, I didn't even get the chance to use phone VR because no one around me had them. But yeah, anyway, the closest thing I had was those like box things that you put to your head and you like slide through the images. And
that was another one too.
Yeah, that was the
after
closest to VR
Nintendo.
I got to before I had the CV1. I
Then
never
there
even
was
knew.
those weird little strobing lights
Yeah.
I had as a kid where you put them on your head and you twist that little red knobby and they come with random colors. And I'm like, am I
Like-
getting delusional or am I high off THC? What's going on?
When I got the CV1, I didn't even know that a Virtual Boy was a thing. Like Virtual Boy, do you know what a Virtual Boy is?
Little red one?
Yeah, the little
Little
the little
red
red
headset.
one.
Yes, that's what I had. That's what I had as a kid.
Oh no
because I
ways.
borrowed it from my friend.
You had a
across the street. His
Virtual Boy,
name
you
was
know?
Jemiah.
Those things
Oh,
are
no,
like
I borrowed it from a
antiques now,
friend.
man. Like if you have one of those, you're OG. You put that on your shelf and you're the king.
Does mad can't get mad.
Does Mad
I could
Can
turn
get
the table
mad.
around if I want to.
when I just got my VR headset, my brain needed a while to realize I was out of VR. Dude, so relatable. You don't even understand. What was I doing? I played some really like dodgy game, like a game that shook me quite properly. And then after VR, I think it was like man, what is it? I don't know. It was like Pavlov Zombies or something like that. Arizona Sunshine. That's what it was. I jumped into Arizona Sunshine, and after Arizona Sunshine, like I saw someone, and immediately I wanted to like, bah! like it's crazy. Like the mind almost gets confused, but like not to the extent where you'd be compelled to actually go and do that. It's more like, hang on, I'm supposed to have a gun and I'm supposed to be like shooting at these things. Yeah, it is very weird. And then also Beat Saber as well was another one.
I could
And
not do Arizona Sunshine for the life of me.
strangely enough, compared to the game that I played after Arizona Sunshine, which was Legion of Dawn, no, Exorcist Legion, Legion Exorcist, I don't know, something like that. It was the Exorcist VR game. I played the first chapter and I have not gone back for the second. I cannot. That was one hell of a scary game. I can't. And you, Matt? Have you played any like sketchy games?
Sketchy as in scary,
Like
off-putting.
super sketchy, scary.
I'm gonna have to say Saints Row, Saints and Sinners, or Saints of Sinners, whatever it's called. That's
Yeah.
the most scariest zombie game I've had to play.
It's
Only
so
because it feels
intensive.
more immersive and it's really intensive because there's a durability meter.
Yeah.
And when those bells ring inside that game, you're out there for the longest time because I've done it with, literally I've had a bunch of stuff laid next to me. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And that didn't last out very long because everything break. Oh crap, next weapon. Okay, next weapon. Just kept going
Literally,
through
man.
weapons through durability. And I'm
Dude,
terrified.
What
of
I
zombies.
couldn't get about Saints and Sinners is the realism of going up to a zombie and like just in the head with a knife, a screwdriver, bottle, whatever. Like when I did that, I was like, dude, this is almost too real. Like, and then you walk up to them and then shoot them with a double barrel, and they just disappear. You're like, what?
And just the gravity and the feel of
Yeah,
object in your
it's-
hand feels so weightless and it's like
it's
what the hell? is
Unnerving,
going on?
man.
Does he have us muted?
I've got you muted now. Okay. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It's mad. Sparky also said, I would be at work looking at my hands kind of confused because I was playing VR like an hour before that. Dude, I'll get you there. The worst is when I would go to bed playing like a edgy game, and in the morning you wake up and you still think you're in VR. That was something I was like, whoa, okay, hang on.
I still have those weird dreams today.
No, those weird dreams have like kind of ceased for me.
Where I wake up and your hand just feels like it's not yours. Because
Yeah.
I'm seeing these right now, and then I play with a high def model where it's like more realistic than this. And after playing with that, and then I wake up the next morning, I'm like,
It's like, hang
oh
on.
my god.
It's like, there's an extra few digits here.
Am I gonna lag someone out? Yeah, soon.
But yeah, and what made you take the dive into VR?
What made me take the dive in VR? I was playing a lot of games. I saw VR was the next thing that was on the block after 2018 and 17. I was waiting for it to get more developed. I didn't like the whole fact that you had to wear a brick for a headpiece.
Yeah, wear a toaster
And then
strapped to your head.
And then I saw the Oculus CV1, and I was like, I want to try this out. $400, why not? Laid it down.
I know.
I tried it. My first VR game was most likely, it was the weird dinosaur game, The Island,
Yeah.
where it's all 3D, and you're literally sitting in a nest, and I'm like, this is kind of cheesy, but cool. And I didn't like it. Then I went to VR chat, and then I found out that I have to upload this model. And I ripped a model from Overwatch. I ripped Reaper from Overwatch, and I was sitting at the bar counter in the pub, serving drinks, and I was the tallest guy there, just constantly throwing drinks at people, telling them to get their own service. Shut up, leave me alone. You didn't give me a tip, so I was constantly just grabbing these, and just going yeet.
Yeah, I got myself a headset when Amazon finally started shipping to South Africa, and then I heard of someone else who got a headset, and they're like, "Nah, man, you can get them at like a relatively good price." Because for me, they were like super expensive. Oh, I can't hear them. I've muted them.
I don't hear them. I'm just looking at the chat.
But yeah, like they went from being like $900 for a headset. That's how much they would cost, because you'd have to get one in the US and then pay to have it shipped to South Africa. So when Amazon finally worked out their deal with Amerix, which is a different like type of courier company, I was like, sweet, I can actually afford one now. Like it's a decent price. I mean, $900 for a CV1 is a bit much, right?
That's way too much.
Yeah, I ended up paying.
I think 400 to 300 is the bare minimum I would do.
I ended up paying around about 500 to 550 for my CV1, with shipping, customs, everything included, and I was blown away. I was like, this is it. This is something incredible.
This is something new that you never experienced and never played with before. And
Exactly.
It's completely going to be an exact plug-in to your computer, and it's going to take up a lot of data. And when I first tried VR for the first time, I realized how crazy and ridiculous it was, because to me, most people get phantom sense, phantom limbs, or whatever. My first time, I'm just like, I don't feel any of that. Then later on down the line, after I get full body tracking, I found a sense into, like, I actually get ticklish on my feet when I'm wearing full body. And then
Yeah.
every time someone tickles me, I'm like, you better stop or I'm going to have to kill you in the next.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to get full body. I'll have to wait till after lockdown though, because I need everyone to start opening up their stuff. I mean, my VR cover, I've been waiting for the last like month and a half now, but it's not
I've been
good.
waiting for my VR cover for the past week and a half, and I'm still waiting for the index.
It's not gonna come anytime soon, man. I hate to tell you.
It's
like,
in my area, it's just not here yet. I
Oh,
want
shit.
my cover.
Dude, I'm in South Africa. Mine's stuck in Frankfurt, Germany. Like it hasn't moved in like almost a month now. Which is insane, crazy. Even with
Excuse
it
me,
being shipped by
chat.
DHL.
Oh wait, there.
Um,
Hunter's in the background.
VR headset these days are still bricks though. True that, dude. They're literally toasters we
Not
just strapped to our heads.
entirely. These are bricks with better visor and better effects on them than most. And now that we have possibilities of getting VR with glasses that are gonna be better than the Index, I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah,
might as well just grab a
dude.
gun and just.
Reverb G2, that's coming. It's small, dude. It's small, and it's gonna have a better display than the Index. Whether it has eye tracking or not is gonna be amazing.
Fancy bricks.
They're fancy bricks. They're the pro, like super silent, like 2000 toasters.
But like, if I look at the Vive, because I have 3 headsets, I got the CV1, I got the Vive itself, and I have the Index. I put
Yeah.
these two together, and I see that this Index is bigger,
Mm-hmm.
but it has a resolution that's unbearable, like completely off the charts. Like, I see things a lot clearly. I can read things a lot clearly than the CV1 and everything else can. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I'm sitting there just thinking to myself, I'm like,
Size of
if
the panel,
this is
man.
how this VR is, how the fuck am I gonna be able to play games and only play in only 40 FPS or so?
The Index at like 100. I'm running 144 hertz at the moment, so everything is super smooth.
Yes, so am I.
Um,
So I'm running at
it's so
50 to
nice.
60 FPS right now.
Yeah, because I'm streaming, I'm dropping down to like what is
I'm
this,
just saying, like,
47?
later on down the line, we're gonna get more headsets, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be more expensive and more pricey, and we're not gonna be able to afford them. They're gonna have no choice
I,
but
I,
to shoot them
I
down
don't
a
think
couple
so
blocks.
though, because I think with the panel technology getting cheaper to make smaller panels. I mean, Panasonic revealed their VR glasses with the panel, which is the size of a coin, but it's super crystal clear and like relatively like not so much of a crazy price to manufacture. And with time, that's just going to get cheaper, and eventually they'll get implemented in the Index to your next gen headsets or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, right now we're getting barely 60 FPS to around that point range. Imagine later on down the line, we're gonna be looking back at this, and we're gonna be at 200 FPS in VR.
Literally,
We're
dude.
gonna be like,
We're
looking back at this, be like, remember those times when we had those brakes on our heads?
dude, we're gonna be in the couple years time. We're gonna be in the time where we are now, looking back at the 90s, being like, like, what is it? I think it was like 100 megs RAM was like a big thing, and have a gigabyte memory stick was like, whoa, like, it's gonna be one of those times. It just takes time to get there though.
We're already getting to the point from like what the Steam developer said that was in charge of Half-Life Alyx. He's like, we're literally 8 to 10 years away from being full dive VR, and
Yeah.
I kind of want to believe him, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
You know, dude, the big chief behind I'm terrible with names. The big chief behind Valve. What's his name? I can't remember. The
What
big
was
guy.
it?
Super popular. Someone in the chat help me. I'm running into into the problem that flat screen games feel boring compared to VR games. 100%. I get that so many times. And then friends of mine asked me, yeah, Gaben, there you go. Yeah. So, Papa Gabe said a little while ago that we are way closer to full dive than any of us will believe. So, I believe a comment like that. I mean, integration with the brain through brainwaves, etc., is a thing today. Like, you can control. There are things that you can have and you can buy that like don't go, like, they're not implemented into you, but they just sit in you that you can control. Very rudimentary, but you can control VR, and that's pretty damn cool. And the fact that that exists, imagine what's going to happen like 8 to 10 years time. Like,
When we
the
have full
possibilities.
dive system, it's gonna be weird.
Dude, it's going to be hella weird. But I will be the first
I will
person to
be
try
able
that.
to enjoy a VR game. I'll be able to enjoy a full immerse actual RPG game without worrying about having issues or people running around my house, because I'll be the first person that'll be setting up roadblocks in my room and everything. Be like, I got booby traps. I'll eject myself out of this VR headset and go swing with a baseball bat.
Yeah, I mean, Sparky said, really need a good non-intrusive version though, but I'm really hoping for full dive VR. It's a dream, dude. Full dive VR is totally a dream, but I honestly believe that
I'm
that dream is
wondering.
closer than we may believe.
I'm actually more scared about low FPS and a full dive VR.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm when mine comes to mind,
All of a
also is like,
sudden, you're
what happens to
looking
your
at your
body in full
hands, and
dive?
then your hands just go.
No, like, what happens to your body in VR? Like, if you need to go to the toilet, what happens? Like,
You shut yourself in your own room.
literally, dude. Like, what happens when
You
when
wake,
you're like
you're
basically in virtual?
you're gonna be 40 to 30 years old, wearing a diaper, and you're gonna be like,
Like,
"Yep, I missed
what
a
happens?
chance."
And what happens in the case of like SAO? If a game's login system is bugged. I mean, there's bugs in games all the times. Now, what happens if there's a bug in the game and it messes with your brainwaves? That brings up a whole nother
That would be
conversation.
materially impossible, because for something to affect your brainwave, that would have to be a software issue, not a game issue. Because it's technically diving you into the VR, you're self-consciously in the VR, but that means that also that your self-conscious is still there.
Yeah. So like, it's very interesting, and I can't wait to see how it rolls out and plays out. I just wish I will be there for that
We
full
wish
dive too.
we wish we were able to live a little longer to see the more advancement of technology and see
Yeah,
how it
man.
goes.
Literally. Like, I feel bad for my parents because, I mean, when they grew up, like, they didn't have too much technology. I mean, they had very rudimentary technology.
I didn't get into computers until 2014
Oh shit, man.
because, well, I was on the Xbox 360, bought the Xbox One, bought the
You've been missing out.
PS4, and I was like, you know what? This is not fun enough. I don't want to pay for these subscriptions. So I took those monies that I was holding per subscription per year,
Hmm.
and then my grandpa died. And then I took money that was left over from him, and I went and made a computer. I learned about computers, put it together, and then, building a computer, you just got more confident and you want to do more stuff with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try VR.
Oh, sorry about your grandpa, man. That's quite
Oh,
bumming.
it's fine. It was years ago.
Yeah. Heaven says link start. Do you know what that means? That's a SAO reference of when he starts up the headset full dive.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a possibility. But if I have a full screen and it's all white in the background and my password's right there, I'm gonna feel blind.
Nerve gear would be crazy. I know, dude. I can't wait for nerve gear. But yeah, is there any questions you want to ask me? Otherwise, we gotta move on.
What are you gonna do for yourself when it comes to your YouTube channel? And what are you gonna do that requires for this and Neos? Are you gonna continue your YouTube career inside Neos is my question.
Dude, if I could do that, hell yeah.
I mean,
I'd definitely
you
do
could
that.
do videos all you want.
I want to continue doing YouTube videos for sure. And I just want to do more streaming though. I find streaming is cool because like I can just interact with people right on the spot and just chat to everyone, and they can ask me questions, I can ask them questions, and just have fun, interact, chill out. Where videos are very like, at least my videos, they're very like, this is what's happening, this. They're very like formulated and very straightforward, and they're very grey, and I try to put a little bit of color into it, like jokes here and there, but yeah, I much prefer streaming. I mean, if I could stream, I mean, that'll be it. That's a dream.
Also, I'm just gonna say right now, a huge shout out to Swords of Garage developer Devin.
Yeah, dude,
He
I
couldn't
want
make it
Devin
today.
here.
I know. Devin is a developer of Swords of Garage. It's a $20 VR game. If you guys want to try it out, go buy the game and go meet him in the game because he hosts tournaments, and highly recommend it. I only say that because he's a nice person and a nice developer, and he's trying his hardest to make the game more playable and more enjoyable than it currently is. And if you have any feedback for him, he'll take some feedback so he can make his game 10 times better than it is.
100%. Like, I wish he was here today, because then I would have asked him, like, as a developer, like, what got him into VR. But
We need to
that'll
pull him in here.
that'll
but
have to
yeah.
wait for another time, I guess. No.
Yep, we could just keep bugging him until he decides to come in here.
Anyway, who else is up? What is Leon messing with over there?
They're messing with this system that has a little rotation thing into it. It's like a little trail system.
Bobotron TV quiz in VR. Who wants to be a millionaire? Dude, okay. Now that you've said that, okay, just for you. Okay, I wanted you to check that because my controller can't left turn.
No.
Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna just whip this out. Watch this. Boof! There you go. We got our game show set that I created. It's far too formal though. So I think Leon's getting upset because I've like interrupted him.
Do you mind?
This is coming from the guy in the background playing with the little spinner thingy.
Okay, well now that
Oh,
now that I've interrupted you, do you want to come and sit in the ring of fire?
Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn now.
Alright, let's do
I didn't have
this
enough
then.
questions for him.
That's okay. I couldn't
Here
think
you
of any,
go.
so you did a better job than me.
Whoa,
Yeah.
it's weird being in the
Okay, I think
the
I need
grilling
a-
seat.
I think I need a drink now.
I need a shot. Let me get my handy bottle
Uh oh.
Bottle cracking.
Handy.
Shot per question. Let's go.
Oh shit! Fuck. Okay,
No
how about
balls.
how about this? We'll do that next month. We'll have a shot per question.
Next
I'm
month.
I'm
for
gonna
real.
be I'm gonna
Clipping,
be fucked out of my
clipping.
bracket. Shot per question. We're gonna see it. So
I've
many people
never
rock
clipped
up.
so fast in my entire life.
Okay. Now, what is your VR story?
My VR story?
No one's there.
Sorry, I'm cheating. I'm looking at the questions. What is your VR story does not paint a good picture
No.
for me.
I'll ask you the question, not the other way around. That's not how it works.
I know. I just feel like that's more elaborate. Let me see here. My VR story. So I got VR with like the Oculus Rift. And I
Yeah.
think it was like a little bit after they got their touch controllers. So like I didn't know life before touch controllers, thankfully.
Neither
because
do
I heard
I.
It was terrible.
That must
Yeah,
be
I remember when the
disgusting.
Oculus first came out, it was like, hey, so I heard you wanted to play virtual reality with a controller in your hand. Yeah, just get your Xbox controller, your PS4 controller. It'll be
Easy
great. You'll
game.
be able to press the control stick forward and feel like you're moving. Isn't that virtual? That's VR, right?
No, it's so immersive,
We're
dude.
Oculus,
Like,
we know what we're
jeepers.
doing.
Any more immersive, we might start breaking some boundaries.
And then they made the touch controllers, and those were like super good. I actually really liked the touch controllers. I liked the buttons. Obviously, Index is much better, right?
Yeah.
But like the fact that I could like rest my thumb on top of my joystick and my thumb goes down, like that was mind blowing. You know?
No, it's
so when I
it's better until it isn't. If you know what I mean.
True. Yes. Index. There should always be a disclaimer whenever you say the Knuckles / Index controllers are like the best controllers
Yeah.
because they break so much, and it's like you gotta be ready to be able to RMA it or to just deal with it because it's gonna happen more than that. Likely, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So I got into VR on a whim. Nobody I knew had VR. Nobody I knew about VR. Like there
Yeah.
was no like, oh yeah, you need to get a headset, dude. It was just like, okay, VR. Like I don't know, Sword Art Online. Like you kind of look at those things and you're like, if I can get like even a slice of that for what we have right now, then like $400, like that's it? Are you kidding me? And then I
Okay.
realized that my computer wasn't like super duper crazy good for VR. So that's when my nightmare of upgrading my PC went. But I will talk about that later. Or never.
Okay,
My
you never heard
computer
this.
is a Frankenstein.
You never heard of this from me at least. But I totally didn't buy VR straight after watching Ready Player One.
Oh
Like,
my god. You know, I still haven't watched that.
What? What? Fuck off out of this podcast! Excuse me. What?
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie. Everybody says it's really good. I don't know. I mean, is
I
that
can't
like what I need
believe
for, like,
you.
my VRV card? Do I need to watch Ready Player One?
I cannot believe you. Can you guys believe this guy? I can't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, but I
Yeah.
straight up, after watching Ready Player One, straight into Amazon and just Googling and finding out where I can get these things from, and CV1 off of Amazon, and I've never looked back.
Same here.
Mhm.
Same. Yep. And at first, with VR, I mean, I didn't really do much. Like, I got the VR headset, and then I was like, cool, what do I play on it? And I didn't buy anything. I played VR chat for like a little bit, and I
Oh,
was like,
no.
this is cool. Like, I guess. I
Oh,
don't know. Like, I
no.
knew what VR chat was before I got
I've
it,
never
but,
gotten
like,
into
you know.
VR chat. Like, I've played it and I've enjoyed it, but it's just like, you chatting to people. It's like that's all you do.
Right.
Like
Yep.
that's what I do on a
Yep.
daily basis. Like there's no
Yeah.
difference. I mean, sure, now that I'm in
they're adding more
lockdown,
with like the
big
Udon
difference.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
Udon's having a huge impact. There's a lot more activities that you can do in VR now because a lot more people are like people who are not inherently like program like
Savvy, yeah.
capable, yeah, savvy, that's a word. Can actually like go to Udon and be like, oh, okay, I can program this more like Mirror Simulator. Yes. Yes. There's a very
Yikes! No
common joke.
ERP, dude.
I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna make any comments, dude. No, I'm not gonna make any comments.
But yeah, I wanted to touch on like the emotional aspect of it too, because I had the headset for a very long time, but what really actually got me into being VR like semi full time,
Mhm.
like just as a user in general or as a consumer, was kind of like what Heaven was saying before. It was like I was dealing with a lot of stuff, and you know I have clinical depression and deal with it on a daily. So being able to go into VR and go into VR chat and to be able to just like escape, you know, like I would hunt for people to have like deep conversations with. And you know, you'd be surprised at how easy it actually is, and that was kind of like my outlet. I wouldn't necessarily like vent to people randomly, but I would just like I was like trying to make like connections with people, and I don't know why that was comforting at the time, but it was. And
Yeah, just
that
knowing
was
that
around
you're
the time
you're
I
not
also-
alone.
Hmm?
Yeah, just
Right.
know that you're not alone, and like what you're going through, other people are going through as well. It's kind of like group therapy sessions. I know, like I say that, but
Mhm.
like it sounds like, I don't know. Group therapy sessions have a bad stigma that some people have, but legit though, you can chat to people who have the same or going through the same sort of issues as you. So it's nice to know that you're not alone.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Mm.
It really is, because it pulls you out of like the I'm the only one nobody can understand, and you get over that. You know, you push that over to the side, and you're like, okay, well, people do understand. I can move on with this. Like, we
Yeah.
can do it together. Whatever the solution that you may choose be, but
Yeah, I just
and
want to
then-
say I do
then-
apologize if any of you can hear my dog barking in the background.
I don't
Oh, no,
hear
he's
no
beep.
dog.
He barks randomly. I
Bark.
can't even understand him
Oof.
anymore.
Have to get back on my feet after a pretty bright. Yep. That's I mean, if you feel that way about VRC, I have to plug and finish my story, which is then I came into Neos. It was a little bit into that I came into Neos. I had quit my job and was going through like a really rough patch, and Neos kind of gave me this like creative outlet.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a chair. Hello. And that helps, like supplying like my inner creative beast with like little tidbits of things that I was doing in here just like made it ravenous.
Yeah.
So I pretty much no-lifed Neos for like a really long time.
I get that. I know Life Neos for 2 months straight. Didn't make any videos and whatever, and that's because I was just going through quite a bad part, and I just needed to I just needed to express myself, and so me expressing myself was just making videos, not making videos, sorry, making worlds, chatting to people, creating moments. I mean, the first world I made in years was Memory Lane, which is just
Yeah, I remember
photos everywhere on the walls, just everywhere, just photos everywhere.
Oh, that was so fucking wholesome.
Like, yeah, no, and that was my escape. Then, what's happening here? I feel you, man. VR chat helped me get back on my feet after a pretty bad part in my life, dude. VR. That's why I think VR is so important. It's an escape, and it's part of life. Still hard to talk about the problems to other people in VR. I get that. You got to find that one person who you connect with. Not just VRC, to be honest, just VR in general. Yeah, because I mean, I played all games. One game that I actually want to go back and start playing again, just in the index, is Vader Immortal. And then also Asgard's Wrath. I didn't really get into that game too much, but it's really good. Because I feel I'm not there for that, but to escape it. Yeah, no, I get that.
Makes sense. It's easy to escape it too.
Dude, whatever
Which is
helps,
nice.
dude. That's what counts. If VR can help, regardless of whether it's like talking about it to other people or just getting into it to escape, whatever helps. Like, you always got to try and find the silver lining, and for me, that was VR. Heaven, because I feel I'm not there for that. Sorry. By the way, what if I told you I'm watching this whilst in VR? Dude, you're a legend. You're an O-fucking-G. Like, legit.
Sometimes I go into Neos just to watch live streams.
I know, I was watching Thrill's live stream while in VR. Just opened up my, not my world. It's Small Cookies World, that London studio apartment. I used to just chill inside there and watch Eric streams, Thrill streams, and everyone else's streams. So, yeah, no, it's just pretty cool. Just lounging out there with like a 50-inch, no, not a 50-inch, like a 100-inch monitor. And then bump that resolution all the way to 500%, and you have a crystal clear display. It's just perfect. Chilling on my bed with no game open, using OVR Toolkit to have a screen above me. Dude, legit. I used to just lie down in Neos and have OVR Toolkit with a window above me, and I used to watch movies and just lay down flat on my back and watch movies. It's just epic. I did worse. I watched a stream in my Quest in virtual desktop in Neos. I still watch movies in Neos. I have a movie night every Friday if you guys want to join. Same time as the streams, GMT plus 2 at 11 p.m. Every Friday. It's new movies. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Is there anything that you want to ask me or anything? I think we pretty much covered everything. Is there any memorable stories that you want to share? And, like, yeah.
Oh yeah, we really did just cover everything. I don't know. Oh, okay. So there was this really like emotional moment I had in Neos, and it was the Japanese made particle drums.
Yeah.
And so I woke up one morning, like I had fallen asleep, so I woke up in Neos again, and I saw that like nobody was online. Real estate. But there was one person inside that particle drum world, and so I was like, you know what? I wouldn't normally like go in there, but so I just did. I don't know why. But I went in there, and this guy was like playing the particle drums to this like random like 8-bit song, and I don't know why, but just like witnessing that was just like the most like surreal thing in my entire life, because he was like getting into it, but it actually was looking good too. Like he was learning the drums and figuring out which drums did which, and he, whenever there was like a big crash, he did one. Whenever there was a hard beat, he did another, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's why
where the fuck else do you ever get that experience?
dude, in Canadian Gets World with that have you been there? His
I don't think I have.
latest rendition, you should check it out. It has this massive like star that circulates these massive like pillars, and as soon as the star passes like to the center of the pillar explodes and it closes again.
Oh,
and,
nice.
and the star moves on. It's got like
that's
4
cool.
pillars. The music inside there is like stupidly cool. Everything about that world, when I entered it, I was like, holy shit. Like, this is cool. Man, that's cool. Like, just mind blown. Have you ever watched a stream in VR of a guy locking himself inside VR for a week? Can't say I have. But yeah.
Sounds about right.
Is there any question you want to ask me?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright.
Okay, have we not got any more? No more people to torture. I am gonna move us over to the Neos VR stream, the official one. I think it's that. We go. Oh. Raid. Neos VR.
Oh.
Yeah, but otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna shift you over there. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Put that shot her question for you, by the way. Oh shit. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, sweet, man. But otherwise, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you being here for this one. And I shall see you all next week. But yeah, anyway, peace, my dudes. There's proof. No escape now for Bob. Oh, sweet, man. Okay, cheers, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll hope to see you next week, Wednesday, 11 p.m. GMT +2.
With 7
Bye.
Raiders.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Shot for the subs and not subs, follows.
I was
Everyone
gonna
I
say, when
followed.
does it actually drop? When does it happen?
HSF, if you're still here, thank you very much. And yeah, I think also NV Hunter also followed. But anyway, thank you, guys. Cheers. Stay good.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's free real estate.
Lucas Rue.
It is. Yeah. It's a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah.
Fruix heads.
Really? I sent an identical message. How did I even do that?
Thank you for that, Liam. But
Spamming
yeah,
fruit
kind of like
sets.
having
It's
some.
identical amount of random fruit
Woo.
sets.
Okay. So
Oh,
here,
yeah. Thank you,
I
guys.
don't know
Thank
why
you for
this
being
got
here.
you off.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
no,
guys.
this is always
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I hear. Is that the next stream that I'm hearing? Like I'm hearing more people than like, oh yeah. I'm like, hang on.
The what?